Hello, and welcome to Austin Miller's Post-Chorus Podcast, Episode 7, with Dr.Veers.
So I'm Angus, I play bass, I occasionally sing for Dr.Veers.
I'm Omar, and I'm the lead guitarist of Dr.Veers.
Nice one. So this first segment is what, why, when, and where. So it's what do you write about, why do you write, when do you write, and where do you write?
Adding the lyrics,
Yeah.
and hopefully it's not like people are going to hear it and
Not laugh at us.
laugh at us. Sometimes the lyric that comes out is appalling and like dreadful in every level, so it gets immediately shunned. And then I guess it's just the best of what we have.
Yeah, as long as it's not too embarrassing lyrically, I'm totally happy with it.
Nice. I've always found that is when you're by yourself and you're like, you could be writing something. You're like, is this good? You know, you could think it's embarrassing, but you say to someone else, or you show someone else's song, you play to someone, they go, "Oh, that's really good."
Yeah.
Or vice versa. You could think, "Oh, it's a really good lyric," and you play it out loud, or like, you know,
Then you get the
you hear
rocks
like demo
from the
things, or you
stage.
come back to it, and you're like, "Oh, what was I thinking?" You know.
Yeah. But for our EP, I think there is a kind of, like at least a kind of bit of a theme. We had a sort of theme with 3 of the songs anyway, where it's meant to be like space, time, and earth.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, of course.
So there was that kind of theme. It wasn't quite going for some massive rock opera, but it was like they did have some basic themes.
Yeah,
So I
so
guess
it's that. Yeah, it's quite. I always find as well when you're writing stuff, the theme kind of develops throughout doing it. It's like kind of like subconsciously. You know, you won't be thinking about it, and then after it, you go, "Oh, okay, that's what that's about." Or you can kind of make a story up within it. You know.
Yeah, we do usually. Well, pretty much 99% of the time we do the music first. So
Yeah,
kind
I
of.
think a lot of people are the same.
Yeah,
You get like, same with me. Like I'll write a full song with like. I've got one just now actually. It's like full, like I've got the structure, I've got the vocal melody I was going to do. But it's just lyrics. Like I've got a few lyrics, I've got bits and pieces, but you can't get, it's try to find the right words to fit, and that's kind of what happens if you don't know what the song's about. I think if you don't know what your subject matter is for it,
yeah,
you're
it's really difficult.
It and find a subject matter for it. You know.
Yeah, it's difficult because like I know like songs have like certain moods and stuff, but to actually get whatever you want to fit the song is quite difficult.
Mm. So who mainly writes in your band then? Is it all collaborative, or is it someone writes the song?
Me and Omar wrote 3 of the songs just like in his room, and at one point I think with Kafka, I was away in the Bahamas and we were like exchanging over Facebook just like different bits of music to see what was going to be good. And Dylan and Omar, Dylan's our lead singer, he wrote "Come and See You." That's a while ago now.
Yeah, it's quite old. That one, that's from like 2013 maybe. But we finally got it properly recorded, so we thought we'd finally release it 7 years later.
Yeah, that happens, like some of the songs I've just released are like 2 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
And but it's by the time you manage to get everything together, get some money together with the band, playing gigs and stuff, and then getting the time for the studio time, and then it can be like quite a long time.
Yeah. It took 7 years of saving up.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, no, exactly. Sometimes you can feel that. Yeah, so I suppose I've talked about a lot about what you write about and where you write, but can you tell us a little bit about why you write stuff and when do you write, and when do you feel most kind of inspired to write?
Well, now that there's nothing we can do, we do. We've been fairly productive. I think with the release of the EP and stuff, the sort of got us going again.
Yeah.
We've been writing stuff now. It's just when there is nothing to do, I suppose. And me and Omar live together, so we can just like nip across the
whole
flat.
way.
Yeah, and we'll be able to.
I've got this idea. Yeah.
I don't know why we do it. It's just like something to do.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do a real job, so
yeah, it's fun anyway.
and it's also
it's fun. It's good fun.
Yeah.
It's good fun when you're playing with your mates as well. You've got you got a band together.
Yeah,
I found that because to begin with, I would just when I did it, I recorded an EP like by myself with a guy who basically built like a little. He'd got a rehearsal room and made it into a mini recording studio, and it was through in Edinburgh. And like you might know it. It's called the Depot Studio in Leith. So he'd taken one of those practice rooms and made it into a little studio. So we did it there. But when I did that, it was to try and get a band together, to try and get other people to play. So I did all like it was. I wouldn't recommend doing it again. Like if you're doing it yourself, you're like the first day was like all drums and it was all the bass. And it was like trying to remember all the parts. So it's like if you can have a band, like
not about the drum, so yeah, it wouldn't really work.
Yeah, but that was just so it's. But when you get other people to play with as well, they have other ideas that you might not come up with yourself. You know, if you're writing a song, you have an idea of how it should sound, but someone else, you know, I'm not sure if you find that someone else can have an even better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that takes on to what your like influences. What influences you?
Well, we think we're pretty like 90s influenced. I think Omar's definitely.
Yeah, I quite like my 90s like alternative stuff. I mean, the reason me and Dylan started playing in the first place was when we were in high school, and me and him just really liked Nirvana a lot. So we just we wanted to be a Nirvana cover band at first, but then after maybe a couple of days, we like might as well just write our own stuff. So yeah, we just did that basically. So yeah, it's kind of like 90s alternative kind of stuff.
Weezer, and I'm really into like the Beatles and stuff. So I know like all those like old school rock as well.
Yeah, it's like that. Like you hear bands like the Foo Fighters and all that. Dave Grohl, he was like really influenced by the Beatles as well as obviously that was the grunge. That was like he was like in it. You know, he was grunge music at that time.
I mean, it's probably quite difficult to find a band who hasn't been influenced by the Beatles.
Yeah.
They're quite good.
Yeah, is there anything like other than music? Is there anything else that influences that comes into the music that can really inspire certain song ideas or lyrics as well?
Yeah, well, we always say like we do like Nirvana, Weezer, and ABBA. We always put like ABBA in there to try and make it like a catchy hooks from ABBA. And
ABBA, like it was a song I heard recently actually. I think they must have taken I was like, what is that song? And I was like, realised it was an ABBA song, but they'd taken like the melody or like they changed it a bit. They didn't completely copy it, but you could tell that was like an ABBA. It's such a like
worse people to try and plagiarize anyway.
I know. It's like all their songs are hits. Like it's every single one.
Yeah, they're literally unbelievable. To be fair to them, it's so catchy.
That's the dream.
I say that me and Angus have a friend who has often been the inspiration for a lot of our songs because he had a lot of girl troubles.
So you wrote about someone that's quite funny.
We often use his life as
oh my god.
You shall remain.
Yeah. That L word. His alias.
He used that. It's quite. I've seen that quite a lot recently. I've got some other mates that write songs stuff as well, and they take like I do it as well. Like you write about someone else's. You kind of try
a lot easier. It's a lot easier to rather than actually think about your own life and then realize how much of a loser you are. It's much easier to write about other people.
Yeah, is that as well? Yeah, it's totally. It's a difficult thing I found to begin with writing about yourself. It's something I do a lot, you know. As
Yeah,
a lot of people do it. But you use kind of like metaphors, and you use like you make it vague, you know,
yeah, yeah. Kind of open to interpretation.
so that people can, yeah, exactly, you can interpret it. But I think that's really like, I also speaking to my friend Louis, who this is a podcast with last week, and he was saying that he takes a lot of inspiration from comedians, like he watches
All right.
comedians and things they say. That was
Yeah,
really
that's,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, nothing that interesting has really happened in my life, so I don't know if I could really draw much inspiration from that. So yeah, go to our pals. That's
So take your notebook and go, right, tell me about what's been happening.
Yeah.
uh, so like songwriting techniques then. So is there anything that you do, or anything that you've taken from maybe other people, other bands, other songwriters that you've kind of used as your own, or anything that you do
Mm,
as a band?
like usually it just starts off with an acoustic guitar, like pretty much every time. I don't think we do anything specifically unique.
No,
Really.
the one I really remember was "Who Owns the Moon," and that was us literally in Omar's room, and then just decided, all right, let's do a song. I put in a chord sequence, and he put a little melody over the top, and it sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
And we went from there, I suppose. And,
Yeah.
honestly, there's no no real method behind the madness. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's always tweaking. I always find that I'm tweaking parts. Like every time we rehearse and stuff, I always try and do something like very slightly different to see if it sounds better than like it did the last time we rehearsed.
That's a good way of
Yeah,
working,
I
actually.
always feel that eventually like it reaches a point when it's as good as it can be.
He'll also do
Mm.
that while we're recording the actual song, which
Yeah, I did find
takes its sweet time.
yeah, I did find while we were recording the EP that I'd come up with stuff that I was like, oh wait, that's actually so much better than what we were actually going to record. But
Yeah.
yeah, didn't always get to add those things due
Yes.
to
You find it
Your
afterwards. You're like,
time and financial
yeah.
constraints.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that 24-piece orchestra in that I really wanted, unfortunately.
Yeah, I found that as well. Like after you record, after you go into you play it live a bit more, someone will do something
Yeah,
like new.
sometimes it's even a mistake, and you're like, wow, that was the best mistake I've ever made.
Yeah, it was actually one of the bass parts in the recording. It was a mistake. He played it in the wrong. He played it was like a low D bass, but he played it up an octave, then down an octave. But it gave it more impact when
Yeah,
it came down in the breakdown. It was like, oh, and it was a complete accident, and we kept it in because it was like, oh, that works way more. It's got way more impact than what you were doing before.
yeah. It's funny when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Or like there's a time as well where I sang. It was when I was doing the demo, actually. I sang by accident, sang a slightly different phrase, a slightly different
Yeah,
vocal melody, just completely by accident. And then I was like, that works really well.
yeah.
Really, it just kind of came out, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I'll
it's great
keep
when
that
that
in.
happens. It's
Yeah,
complete accident, but makes it sound better.
yeah. So you sent in what was it? The Who Owns the Moon? So can you tell us a little bit about that? How it started to how it got to the finished the finished product, what you can listen to on EP. So how did that start?
Well, like I said, yeah, it was said before, it was literally started me and Omar
Yeah.
in Omar's room.
This was probably the first song that me and Angus ever wrote actually together.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And yeah, it just sort of came about. We found had a fairly good hook, we thought, and managed to find a decent enough melody over the top of it. Then just added more chords, and a song arose. And we had a minging recording on our iPhone, and then our lead singer does decent recording equipment. We got that up on SoundCloud, and then finally like 2 years ago, we finally recorded it in actual studio with an actual sound engineer who knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
So
that's always good.
legit,
When you finally get into the studio and they make it sound like big and like they get the drums sound good and
at the time when he's like, oh, please record another like more guitar. At the time you're like, oh, I can't be bothered. But then when you actually listen to the final product, it's like, oh, it feels so worth it after doing like
double track and triple track.
Yeah, it's
triple
like
track
quadruple guitar, and you're like, oh,
actually, I had the opposite problem. Like I always record because guitar's like my main instrument. I always record too much guitar. Like I'll like arrange the parts like so there's like too much stuff. So we actually have to take bits out. Like I would, and I would recommend like when you're in the studio, just as long as you've got the time and you know what you're doing and you know what you're going to record. On top of that, add like as much as you can to it, and then take bits out, and then you end up taking bits out that you might not have taken out before. So you might be saying, oh, but that bit works better than that other bit. And that other bit might be the first thing you played,
Yeah.
But it's just like, so you've got bits to choose from, and then you can mix it all together. But yeah, trying to get it all in the mix is impossible because it ends up just
cluttered.
You don't hear things.
Yeah, see if I'm doing like my own like home recording kind of stuff, that's kind of my problem as well. That I'll just shove in like every possible thing I can, and then realize, you can't even hear the main part of the song because there's just so much going on in like the background. So yeah, I have that same kind of problem.
Yeah. So I'll have a little listen to the early demo of this.
I got something there. Yeah, right. There is a verse.
There needs to be a change in the chords.
Yeah. Do that last bit again. write down the chords.
Beautiful.
Right down the chords. that is very early demo. That's like there's no. You can tell you're still working out the structure of it and stuff.
Yeah.
You're still working out.
There's no chorus there at all.
Yeah.
It's quite
So
funny to
from
see how far it's come from that point.
yeah, so where did from there where did the chorus come from, and then where did you decide to maybe speed the song up like you did in the final version?
The song sped up considerably, like a few times. I think we did a recording, even like a slightly better demo than that, and that was still sounds really, really slow compared to what we did in the final EP song. I think we just wanted to be more of like a not a dance track, but like something that maybe will move a bit more
upbeat,
yeah, as opposed to like slow. Not really into that. So yeah, that's what just kept speeding up, and then it got to a point that sounded good. Sounds decent with the drums. So.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, what's the song about? Because it's got an interesting title. It's Who Owns the Moon. So where did that come from? Is that something? Is that another one of your friend songs? Something your friend?
Well, it's so is. Yeah.
I think if there's like a lot of odd space imagery within the song, and you can kind of match it up to what we were thinking at the time about how our friend was having his girl troubles. And yeah, it was that's all I can really say. But it's also like the title of my dissertation, so that's where the moon came from. I thought the moon was the girl that Brad couldn't get, and yeah, and there's a space imagery like gravity and stuff, and I'm sure there's something to do with I don't know. You can't. It's really open to interpretation, that one, I think.
Yeah.
Someone can have a really good idea and tell us it, and we'll use that for the rest. Every other interview we ever do, we'll use their interpretation.
Yeah. So how many songs on the EP then? What they called? Is it out? It's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's out for a while now.
Yeah, about a month and a half probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's out on like old normal digital platforms. 4 songs on it. Starts off with Who Owns the Moon, then Kafka, and then you've got Come and See, and then Electrify at the end.
Cool. So it's a good little bite-sized little. It's good. I think EPs are a good way to start off, because it gives you something to people can listen to it and they can play live. As what you can have more songs, but it's better than just starting out. Get a few songs out there and then start doing singles.
Yeah. Like we're thinking an album at least hopefully by the end of the year. So don't even know if those songs on the EP will be on it, but it's a good kind of like little chunk to show like what we can do.
Yeah, it's got like because it's got like it starts off with 2 like more poppy sounding numbers, and the 3rd and 4th song are a bit more alternative, more grungy, slightly heavier.
Yeah.
That's what we like to try and like portray ourselves as like poppy, but also like alternative.
Pop grunge.
Yeah.
Cool. So space pop. So you went into the studio then to record it. So so you said the song sped up just through just playing it loads, and just what you wanted it to be a bit fast.
When we were playing it live, that we needed it to be a bit faster, and then we eventually found a tempo that we liked. So we just like, let's just record it at this.
Mm-hmm. And the structure of the song, did you all jam it together in the room and kind of come up with the structure for the song? How did that come about, getting it all together for recording?
Yeah, it was just me and Omar. The song hasn't. We did a different recording for our like very early SoundCloud account, and that it never changed from there. Maybe added some more harmonies, and our drummer made the drums and did all the drums himself.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have any input on that because I haven't got a clue, and he does. So, and yeah, we just put Dylan as the lead singer, and that was that's about as much discussion as was had with that one, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think we're all pretty happy with the end product.
Yeah, cool. Let's give it a listen then. Let's have a listen to the song. That's really wacky. I like that.
Thanks.
And it's good. It's good. Like feel good. Kind of like yeah. It's a good feel good song.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
not sure your friend was feeling good at the time, but, but who knows? But you know, at least he can dance to that song. You know.
Yeah, hopefully it'll make him feel a bit better.
Yeah.
He's all burned up now, so he's a happy man.
Nice. It all worked out in the end. So are you still writing songs? Are you still getting things, even though you've just released the EP, obviously, but what's kind of next? Live gigs and stuff. I mean, obviously live gigs aren't happening at the moment, but end of the year next year.
Oh well, we want to gig as much as possible. We want to do an EP release gig, and we were planning on doing it in like March or April. Pretty bad timing. So we'll probably do one of those when everything gets back like running.
Yeah.
And we meant to do a festival as well, Party in the Park in Perth. That got cancelled as well, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah, when everything is running, we'll get back to gigging and stuff. Hopefully get an album as well.
Weirdly, we got got asked by some like cooking, I don't know, cooking Instagram page and from these 12 moms in Wolverhampton that wanted a jingle for I don't know, stories or something, and yeah, so we did that.
Yeah.
Send that out. Don't know how they could possibly have come across this, but they did. And then we've been Peter Crouch is also looking for a theme song, so we're looking to get that sent off. Peter Crouch's podcast needs a theme tune, so if you're interested in that, give it a go. We've got a pretty good one, so no hard feelings if you don't get it.
But I think we're always writing like songs and stuff. Always like trying to get like a better song than the ones we currently have.
Yeah.
So
we want to do an album as well, so that'll be it's kind of important to keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep sifting through loads and loads of stuff.
Yeah,
loads of
exactly.
material. Just keep writing stuff, even if you think it's rubbish, at the time you're like, oh, this is, but you gotta keep like plowing away at it, and you eventually get the good stuff.
Yeah,
hopefully.
exactly.
So it was nice talking to you guys. I hope all goes well with the EP, and I hope you see you soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers, mate.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.